Hey guys, what's up? So I know a lot of you guys like me are going back to school this year fully online because the world is kind of a mess. And I know going back to school online when you didn't ask for it or have had very little to no experience with online classes can be really stressful and nerve-wracking. Since this is my fourth year taking online classes, I thought I would share with you guys all of my favorite ways to stay on top of your work and to be successful and motivated and organized. I've kept my grades up doing online classes and I've kind of figured out what works best for me, so I thought I would share that with you guys. In my experience, you are going to be 10 times more successful in your online classes is if you stick to a schedule. I love routine and I love schedules. I feel like waking up at the same time and doing the same thing, following the same routine and schedule throughout the day, Monday through Friday, kind of mimics that school feeling, and I don't know, there's just something about it that makes you feel like, okay, Monday through Friday, I'm in the mindset to learn, which I feel like is a lot more effective than waking up whenever you want, doing work whenever you want. So today's Sunday, which is my weekly reset day, and a part of that is planning out and scheduling my week. So as you can see, Monday through Friday, my schedule is the same and I stick to it. My next tip is to actually get ready every day, whatever that means for you. It is so easy just to wake up, turn on your computer, and do math class in bed in your pajamas. There's probably like a psychological explanation for this, but I feel like in my experience, I am 10 times more productive if I feel put together. Even though I'm not going anywhere and I'm not leaving my house every day, I get ready, I put on a little bit of makeup, put on some jewelry, change into an outfit other than my pajamas. So this has been the vibe for online classes, pretty much. I'm still super comfy, but I'm also out of my pajamas, have some makeup on, have some jewelry on, getting ready. I feel like you just get so much more done because you're kind of in that mindset of, okay, I'm put together, I'm ready to go. Having a space other than your bed to work in, I feel like is really important. I actually used to do schoolwork all the time in my bed, but recently this year, I have kind of realized it blurs the lines between rest and work. So this year I have dedicated my desk to my workspace. Welcome to my classroom. Personally, I have designated my desk as my workspace for school. Sometimes I will occasionally go out into the living room and work on stuff on the couch just to be a little bit more comfortable. But the key thing is you will never find me in my bed working because that is reserved for relaxation. Have a plan every day of what you're gonna get done. Even just having a mental list in your head of what assignments you need to get done is just so helpful. And I feel like you waste so much time figuring out, should I do this assignment or should I do that one? Just setting a plan the night before or in the morning is great. I highly recommend that. I do that every day. I use this layout from the Skinny Confidential to plan out my day on a very micro scale. Every day I write down what I need to get done for school and content creation, but on school my top priority is to get my assignments done. And I've already looked at my due dates and I need to take a test in art history and I need to take a quiz in government and do a little written assignment as well. And how I figure out what to get done, I base it off of which due date is the soonest and do that assignment first. Time blocking is something I live my life by. If you have watched any of my productive vlogs or anything like that, you have heard me talk about time blocking before, but that is because I find it so effective. If you've never heard of time blocking, it basically means you give yourself specific blocks of time throughout the day to do different things. And for that block of time, all you do is work on that one thing and maybe take a break or a breather here and there. But for the most part, during that time block, you're working on whatever you schedule that time for. Giving yourself a specific time block to work on school, but then giving yourself another time block to rest is so important and really effective for me. I feel like it kind of gives you that mental shift between work and rest. So this is my planner. As you can see, my time blocks range from workout time, which is basically like my self-care time. Then I go to online classes. I have a huge time block for that. Then you can tell I have some space left open. That is for me to relax, do whatever I want. I like to have time where I'm not like scheduled to do anything. And then my last time block for the day is again a smaller one for content creation. I would say my number one piece of advice to be successful with online classes is to stay on top of your due dates. And this obviously looks different for everybody because everybody works different, but just finding what is most effective for you in terms of getting your work done, staying on top of it, not falling behind, stick to it and follow it religiously. It is the only way you're gonna get through the semester stress-free. How I personally stay on top of my due dates is to write them all out once they are given to me. Like this, I have the assignment name, the points, and when it's due, and then I will just put a check mark next to it when I'm done. But for some of my classes, they actually give me all the due dates. So what I will do is print out the syllabus, and as you can see, they have all the assignments with the due dates and the points, and I will highlight them once they are done. That's just how I personally stay on top of my due dates, but I know some people like to put reminders on their phone. I know some people use Google Calendar. I know some people use like even just like sticky notes. There's a million ways to do this. This is just what I have found works for me. It is very easy to just throw all of your notes for all of your classes into a folder and worry about it later, but in terms of efficiency, I feel like having a system down that you stick to and works for you is great. I personally have stuck with the same system since freshman year of high school, and it has worked for me ever since. I love it. I personally use one 2-inch binder to organize all my schoolwork for all of my classes. I get these cute stickers from Redbubble, but I have a bunch of different dividers with tabs so I can easily get to each class, and I always put the due dates at the front page so I never miss them, and then I will keep my notes in that section as well, and that's how pretty much every class is laid out. It is so easy taking online classes to just scroll on your phone while listening to a lecture. I personally just leave my phone across the room and that works for me. It kind of sucks, but I feel like it keeps you so much more focused. We all don't want to spend more time on school than we have to, and I feel like constantly checking your phone interferes with that, and you're going to be spending a lot more time on school because you are constantly checking your phone instead of just powering through the work, getting it done, getting it over with. When I'm doing school, my phone stays over here while I'm doing work at my desk. Even just having my phone on like the other side of the room like that definitely keeps me more focused, and I definitely notice a difference in how much work I get done. I feel like finding motivation is one of the common struggles online students have. And for me personally, I honestly have it really easy because I'm very much a self-starter. Like, that's just my personality. Keeping my GPA up and staying on top of my due dates is enough to motivate me, but I know that's not the case for everybody. So you may need to sprinkle in a few little incentives. I love making quarterly goals. It's a very businessy thing to do, but it works for your personal life as well. So I just kind of make like a mood board for the quarter, and I will write down some goals, some personal, some like educational ones. For example, my 2 academic goals for this quarter are to start the school year off with a 4.0 GPA and to clarify a goal for college and transferring. And trust me, it feels so amazing when you can check off all these boxes at the end of the quarter. I know not everybody is motivated by a bunch of boxes and words on paper, so maybe finding an accountability partner works for you. Maybe it's giving yourself like a nice self-care movie night on Friday if you finished all of your work, or maybe it's scheduling like appointments or FaceTime calls with friends at like 4 or 5 o'clock, so you're forced to get your work done before then, you know? Whatever works for you, whatever motivates you. I'm pretty simple. And lastly, I think taking time away from your screen is so important when taking an online class, because the time you would be spending at a desk, taking notes, listening to your teacher lecture is spent all in front of the computer. Trust me, I've had those days where I've worked on school way too long and come out of it with tired eyes and a headache, and it's not fun. It makes you not want to do work. So finding something to do to unwind and relax after school that doesn't have to do with like being in front of a screen is so important, whether that's exercising, taking a walk, listening to a podcast, listening to music, reading a book. So I personally have been really into reading during quarantine, like I know a lot of people have been. I am currently reading When I Stop Talking, You'll Know I'm Dead by Jerry Weintraub. Michael Bostic recommended this on the Skinny Confidential and I had to get it. It's basically an autobiography by Jerry Weintraub and his life as a talent agent and working with people like Bob Dylan and Elvis and Led Zeppelin and literally so many famous names, and he basically tells you how he did it. If you're interested in business, entrepreneurship, or just learning about successful people and how they got there, this is so good. This is what I have been currently reading during my hour or two away from the screen, and let me tell you, the time flies by when I'm reading this. So those are pretty much all the ways I stay on top of my work and motivated and organized as an online student. If this video helped you guys out in any way, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos every single Saturday. And definitely leave your tips down below. I would love to find new ways to stay on top of my game academically, you know? And I will see you guys next week with another video.